or Wi-Fi connections, so our broadcast probably going to be a little bit horseshit today with a lot of cutting in and cutting out, because that just seems to be the way it goes. Once again, as a disclaimer before we get started, this is a Karen-free zone. We really don't care about your feelings or what you think. If it's negative, keep it to yourself. If you feel the need to reach out and let me know anything you think, you can feel free to send an email to stopwhining79@gmail.com. That is stopwhining79@gmail.com. We'll ignore you there just like we'll ignore you here. Can't see any of the comments or messages while the live stream is on. So feel free to put them in there, but you'll get absolutely nothing. If there's something you absolutely need to have me know, you can feel free to text Uncle Cody at 587-574-9995. Once again, this is a Karen-free zone. We are politically incorrect, factually incorrect, sarcastic in nature, and probably going to say a lot of offside shit. If that's going to offend you, you can turn the volume down, or you can just try to watch it somewhere else. I'm sure we have Live Barn here. You can get Vertigo and watch that Ring of Fire tournament. Airdrie Sting U16A is taking on the Spruce Grove. We're going to call them the North Stars, because why not? So they're going to start with possession coming in through the neutral zone. They're struggling to get the offensive zone, struggling to stick the ring. A little bit of pinball back and forth. They miss another ring, although the Sting weren't able to get it. Now they do. That is Lila. She goes ass over tea kettle. No calls, no anything. I guess they're just saying it's like sledding on the first day of snow here. Into the corner, and Sting are going to pick it up inside. She takes the long shot. It gets tipped away into the corner. A little saucy ring is then picked up by Dottie. Dottie's going to use the referee as a pick to gain a little bit of room. Drops it to Sturby. Sturby looks back door. Thompson maybe a little sleep at the wheel. I don't think she was expecting to get the pass. She fires it back cross ice to Sturby. Sturby runs into Jensen. They're laughing about it, but it is a turnover in the corner back to the Stars. They're going to stretch this one into the neutral zone. Heavy pressure by Taylor. Wasn't able to intercept it. Still running into the invisible wall at the blue line, and then, oh, that's a bit of a forearm shiver. Thompson with the steal. She's going to send it cross ice. Was looking for 15. Name's eluding me for some reason. Channing gets a Chris Hawkeye pass. She lets it rip, and it's saved and hand passed out on the fast break for the Stars. The Stars are going to come in through the neutral zone looking for a passing lane, and they trip over the blue line. Now they're going to fire it right into traffic. That doesn't work out, obviously. And the Stars are going to circle behind the net, looking to open something up. Not much time left on the shot clock. 5 seconds to go. They're going to fire a piss missile wide of the net. That's going to roll right around. And the shot clock horn is going to go as everybody decides to take a fall. I think that was the Cuban assassin, Isla Nash, taking that one down. So we're going to have a goalie ring for Veronica Simpson. She is going to play that one behind the net. It is picked up, I believe, by Emo. Emo's going to send it to the wall looking for Channing. Channing couldn't quite grab that one off her heels. It gets pulled over the line by the Stars. We're going to say everybody touched it, so it's going to stay as a live ring. Playing it into the neutral zone. Nobody able to pick it up. Ovalduve gets on her horse. She does a nice stick check to stop before the Stars getting deep into the zone, working off the half wall. That's going to be a really fast shot clock, actually. They're going to say, I think there was a reset miss there. Maybe a couple rookies on the shot clock buzzer here for the tournament. I don't know. Veronica Simpson with the goalie ring is going to play it up. She's going to find Klossenroth, who loses her heels. I think she got hauled down a little bit there. That's going to be a quick shot from the outside. Fools Veronica Simpson, as I think she thought she had it on the sprawling save. It just somehow found a hole like a mouse climbing through the wall. Speaking of mice in the walls, this will be our first break to shout out some of our sponsors. Longtime friend and sponsor of Elite AF Productions and Airdrie Youth Sports, the Pest Control Guy. The Pest Control Guy for all your pest control needs. Reach out to Antoine and the boys. We'd be happy to help you out. So 1-0, the Stars leading the Sting as the Sting cut inside. That was Poffenroth with the low net drive. She tried to go cross body. The Goalie read that like a Dr. Seuss book and just knocked it away. It is turned over into the neutral zone, though, as Dottie picks it up off the pass from Poffenroth. She gets triple teamed. And that's never going to work. A 1-on-3 is probably not going to happen as the Stars fire it down the ice. It's picked up by Lila. She's going to bring it to the line. He plays it ahead. Was looking for Poffenroth, who couldn't quite handle the pass. It goes through. Jensen's there on the stick check. Still fighting and batting away on it as they're slowly, methodically moving it up the boards. Everybody takes a spill. With Poffenroth falling, the Stars kind of have it. They're going to fire high, goalie stick, ricocheted wide. Coming inside, trying to jam the net side. It easily played away by the Stars goalie. He's going to hand pass it out. They're going to bring it all the way up the ice. It gets kicked off. They thought they had it saved on the side of the net. Turns out they did not. And that's going to bring up the neutral zone possession and reset for the Sting. They've had most of the control so far this game, but haven't had a chance to find the back of the net as we're halfway through the first quarter. Everybody falling all over the place. I'm not sure what's going on with the ice or with the players. Maybe it's because they had a full day of school today. Thompson was there trying to work it away. She gets it off the stick of the Star player, but couldn't quite get it. Now she does. She's going to use her shoulder to try and gain some body position. Still fighting and just slashing and hacking away. Now the Sting do have it back inside. It's gone played down to the side of the net for Thompson. Thompson tries to grab it and go short side. Couldn't quite get it, and then she's going to fall on her ass. As nobody seems to be able to stay on their feet today. Not really sure what is going on with this many players falling. It's got to have something to do with the ice. So offensive possession, not sure what the violation was. Thompson plays it to Casavenda. Casavenda plays it back inside, was looking for the shot, can't find the lane. Good patience. She's going to draw a penalty. No, it's going to be Ovalduve getting an interference penalty. That is not an interference penalty. That should never be called. That's a textbook pick. I think the young, inexperienced Rask is going to be kicking herself if she watches the replay on that, because that is our first softer than baby shit call of the day, and probably likely not to be our last, unfortunately. So the Sting going to the penalty kill. The good news is the Sting tend to score on the penalty kill. They're actually better on the penalty kill than they are on the power play this season. And hopefully that trend continues on as the Stars just skating the ring straight into traffic. Not really getting much of anything. Now they're going to go behind the net looking for it. They're going to try and jam that one off on a shot clock reset. Couldn't pick it up though as Thompson still has it. She's going to get to the line, reverses back, opens the ice. Sends it up to Emo. Emo looking to give it back to Thompson, who was looking for a line change. So she's just going to circle the neutral zone. Finds Isla Nash. Isla Nash with a lot of patience. Good rag and burn time on the penalty kill here as Kinsley Casavenda comes out of nowhere and steals it. I don't think a single Stars player knew she was there. They kind of got a bit of a can opener into that one. She's still fighting on it, won't give up. Gives it to Channing. Channing had a little bit of a hard time, felt a little handcuffed on that pass. It's pulled away. That's a big trip. What the fuck are we looking at here? The Zebra crew not looking at all at any of the tripping as T-Dog completely hauled down, sweeping the leg like she's training at Cobra Kai. Play continues through the neutral zone. Channing's going to pick that one up. She takes a little bit of a check, tries to center it, nobody there. And the Stars pick it up in the neutral zone. 30 seconds to go on the penalty to Aya Ovalduve. The phantom penalty at that. The Stars are circling around. They're going to fire it into the zone. T-Dog playing the box out position, looking to take the ice and the lane away. She's going to pass her off to Lila, taking away all the shooting lanes. Now they do get the cross ice pass and a long shot. Veronica Simpson handles that one pretty easily. We got another player down. I think that was Channing who took a nosedive. Stars able to pick that one up and pick up a new shot clock. They're going to draw everybody in, pull it. They take a long outside shot. That one misses by a country mile into the corner, but they are able to keep possession. They're going to drop that one back inside to the half wall with their big, lanky, speedy forward who kind of dished that one off, fooled everybody, including her teammate, who wasn't quite ready for the dish pass. Veronica Simpson's just going to sit on this one. We are back to even strength, so a good job by the Sting, killing off their first SBS penalty of the day. And that, but they do pick up the rebound. The Sting are going to have to get a little hungrier for the ring if they're going to want to have any shot here. Again, some centering pass. Big sliding save by Veronica Simpson. I think everybody in the arena thought that one was in the back of the net. Simpson coming across, shutting the door. They're going to get another low drive play on that. Simpson shuts it down once again. Now the hand pass played out. Elsa's going to pick this one up. She centers it, is looking for Dottie, I believe. Cam's going to pick it up. She plays it back up to Elsa. Elsa's going to circle inside. Nobody really driving, looking for the nets. Now it's a nice drop pass to Dottie, who had the inside low lane, but chose to go high and over top with the turnover. The Sting able to bring this one back. Elsa's got it. She's going to play it up behind the defender, but ring hung up on the boards a bit. She's going to fire a piss missile. That one didn't miss by much. The Stars took it over, but a good stick checks on a fast break. Nice little Savardian spin around. I was looking for Nash. Nash does pick it up. She outweights. Nice little fake for PJ. PJ's going to fire it ahead to Greer. Makes no mistake picking that one up off the half wall. She's going to come inside. Looks to outweight. Got to have the stick in the ready position. It's a drop pass back. Still lots of time on the shot clock. So, I mean, personally, I would like to see the shot clock warranted. I'm not sure they were all on the same page. Maya Ovalduve gets on her horse, though, and steals it back. She's going to send it to Thompson. Thompson centering pass for Casavenda. She tries the quick stick shot. It just gets held off. Once again, a great look for the Sting and a great offensive opportunity and chance. It gets fired down. I believe that was... Actually, I have no idea who that was. Are you kidding me? They're going to call, I believe, Maya Ovalduve for the rub out along the boards. That is a horrible... Like, calling that a body check is like swatting a mosquito, like, grievous bodily harm assault charge. Just absolutely over the top and unnecessary whatsoever, especially with some of the other calls that happened today. I don't like getting on the zebra crew. Well, maybe I do, but that one's just a little bit atrocious. As Maya Ovalduve just took body position and lifted the stick. There was, I don't even know if you can call that rub and racing. There was such a little contact, but either way, the penalty kill for the Stinger back out at it. We are going to pick this one up. Casavenda's found Thompson. Thompson looking for Casavenda. Gives it back. Casavenda was trying to get in as the Spruce Grove trying to get the long change with the pulled goalie. Unable to capitalize on that one. Good job by the Spruce Grove Stars to get their asses back into the zone and force that one away. I like the aggressiveness of the call, pulling the goalie on the power play, because why not? That being said, I think the empty net was there. I would have taken a shot at it. You got nothing to lose when you got no headman there. So it's played back in off Channing to Dottie. Dottie back to Channing. She's going to fake it and pull it, looking for PJ in the net front. She spins and fires once again. Didn't miss by much. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Sting trailing the Frisco Stars 1-0. For the most part, a lot of the control was the Sting. The Stars had a little bit of flash of opportunity for about 3 to 4 minutes max into that quarter, mostly on the 2 SBS calls against Maya Ovalduve. Well, hopefully the Sting can continue to build on that one. We're going to give a shout out in this TV timeout to another one of our sponsors. We'd like to thank Freedom Mechanical for all of their support for U16ASting Ringette, run by none other than assistant coach Chris Kossenroth and the boys over at Freedom Mechanical for all of your plumbing and mechanical needs. No job is too big or too small for the boys at Freedom Mechanical. Give them a call. We'll look him up on the internet, because I don't have his phone number. I should probably figure that one out. But once again, thanks to our sponsor, Freedom Mechanical. So you got problems with your ship pipe, you got any problems in the ventilation system, don't want to die of carbon monoxide poisoning, Chris Klossenroth and Freedom Mechanical your go-to solution for anything plumbing and heating. So that's going to do it for the intermission. We're coming back for the second quarter of this four-quarter matchup. The Sting, once again, still trailing by 1. Looking to turn it around. They're still on the penalty kill for another minute 31. Out to kill the penalty is Dottie Channing, Emo, and Isla Nash. So they're going to dump this one in. I think they were looking for Dottie to try to go and pick that one up. Wasn't quite in a position to get it. Fast break coming back down the ice for the Stars, broken up by the quick stick of Emo, although nobody there to pick up the errant ring. So the Stars maintain possession. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. That was a missed pass. Kind of a poor decision, if I'm being honest, by the captain of the Stars, which works out for the Sting. 50-inch of the Zebra crew. We're going to be 4-on-4 for 35 seconds with a back-end power play for the Sting of a minute and 25. Picked up easily in the neutral zone by Lila, who was uncontested ahead to Klossenroth, who gets hauled down on the board. Time to just rag this one off if they're smart. They decide not to and just play it right into the crease for Veronica Simpson. She's going to play it up to the side, has Lila trying to stick the ring, kind of overkicked it and overskated. She does gain possession back in the seconds they had. And the Stars are just going to take this one for early part of this season, so we're hoping to see that trend continue, as they've got a golden opportunity to tie this one up. He's going to get it back, plays it into the corner, gets it back on the top. She kind of outweights, tries to thread the needle, which she did, but I don't think the Sting player was to keep that one out of the net. Now it's played back inside. 5-on-4. Oh, sorry, 4-on-4. I totally forgot about the penalty given to Greer at the same time. So he's completely out to lunch. Thompson pulled another 40 seconds. Zyla Nash picks up the errant ring. She flicks inside, goes out. Right up at ones in the 4-on-4 pressure as Channing Perversev was able to bring that one home. And we're knotted up at one. Still 4-on-4 for 26 seconds. Advantage definitely to the Sting in the 4-on-4s.
What?
That one's going to loop it, misses the net. T-Dog picks it up on the board. She's going to come up, being strong on the ring, fights it off. That is a full-form tackle on the boards once again. No call from the Zebra crew. So not really sure what they're looking for on that, or maybe we're just playing prison rules this year during the fire. Either way, of the full-form tackle, that doesn't seem to matter or play and have an effect, sorry. I guess like your lives. And it found a hole as it just floated through the air. A little bit of a change-up knuckleball shot. Got the goalie to double clutch, and the Spruce Grove Stars are going to call a timeout to try to figure out why the wheels are falling off in this second quarter. This timeout brought to you by our friends at Muscle Check. Muscle Check topical ointment. It doesn't matter if you're a young buck just nursing some injuries or trying to stay limbo for the next big game, or if you're an old coot getting off the couch for the first time in a long time, Muscle Check will fix all that ails you. /Ronan Thompson. You can feel good that you're helping the young man from Georgia keep his dream alive with a Muscle Check. 5:56 to go in the first half of this one. Your Airdrie Sting leading 3-1. over the Spruce Grove Stars. Spruce Grove with possession. They're going to drive in. They're going to run into the double team. There's absolutely no shooting lane. Not sure that there was a very heads up there. She just skated right through traffic. Wasn't able to keep it. She gets pushed off, and then it's a pinball shot. And I think ricocheted off of 3 or 4 players before finding the back of the net. Emos in, that went off me, and Simpson couldn't see it. So the spinning ring finds its way into the twine, and they're going to cut the lead in half. It's now 3-2 on the quick answer back by the Spruce Grove Stars. Next goal going to be all important on this one. Emo's going to sauce that one down in the corner. Was looking for Casavenda. She's going to spin around with it. Has possession. Cuts inside. Drops it for Poffenroth. Poffenroth gets just popped and dropped. That's an interference. Not sure what the hell they're waiting for. With the call they made on Ovaldude coming up the boards, but just allowing the full-on shoulder drops and sidewall tackles is just baffling me. At any rate, Casavenda has it. She plays it ahead to Greer. Greer just unable to get her stick inside on that one. It caught some snow and checked up on her. The Stars are going to pick up possession. Looking to bring it back. They find a passing lane. They're just going to throw that one away. I think that was the no plan. Sega Genesis style. Just spam the buttons and hope it works out. It didn't. As PJ comes back down, she's going to look to go high short side. Couldn't quite lift it enough. Does get a shot clock reset. And finishing out the change, she's going to go backside weasel pass. Couldn't quite get picked up by, I believe that was Kayla maybe. Storm. Now it's played out to the corner as Greer has this one. She fakes the drop pass now, double clutches and gives it. PJ tried to fire that one. It ricocheted off the defender. It's picked up by Avery. Avery plays it to Greer. Greer gets tripped by 2 sticks and still no call. I just don't understand what we're seeing here, as it just makes no sense. The Stars cut back to inside, try to go short side, and Simpson just plays that one away. It was a easy route, a little bit more like a lacrosse game. So Poffenroth says, screw it, I'm just going to truck her. She drives over her check, fires it off the goalie's shoulder, bring it up the ice. They're in the middle of a line change. She didn't have any personnel to really take advantage of the fast break. Thompson coming in, and the Stars player spins her first quarter. To double the lead back up. For the Sting. For a hole. The goalie finally finds it, sends it back to the half wall. Good pressure by the Sting. They're going to force the neutral zone turnover. T-Dog gets hip checked and taken down, and no call on it. This is just absolutely... PJ's bringing it around the net. She's able to keep that one off to the side. It's played into the corner. Channing, I believe, was reaching into that. Couldn't quite get there. She's going to apply some more back check pressure through the neutral zone. Now you got all 3 bunching on the ring. They're going to leave that net side wide open. The stretch pass comes across. Lyle was there. Unfortunately, I think she thought the ring scored it out, turned away. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. We're going to cut the feed and try restarting it. Maybe a reconnection will help us out here. All right, so a sloppy 4 minutes to start the second half by both having really any success. We have our 5th field goal of the game as that one slides straight through the uprights. I still have that hauled down by, I believe that was Lila who gets away with the interference. The ring just goes into the corner, nobody there. They're going to try and get a sneaky one through on Veronica Simpson, but you got to get up a little early in the morning if you're going to make that one work. That's picked off the end of Lila's stick. She just throws the forechecker stick out of her hands, picks it up, fires it down the ice. It's going to be a 2-line pass received by the Spruce Grove Stars, who are going to turn it back up ice. I'm not even sure that the Sting have had a shot. Not one to really write home about in this second half. Now Thompson with the steal. She's got Poffenroth. 4-3, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. We got Taylor firing it up to Maya Ovaldude. She's going to kick that one ahead to Sturby. Sturby's going to spin around, slides it across the net. Was looking for Channing. Channing couldn't quite pick that one up, and it gets in the air of Veronica Simpson, and it finds the twine. And we're back to a tie game, 4-4. So the Sting need to figure out how to fire a firecracker in everybody's asses and get back into this one. It's almost like the halftime break lulled them to sleep, and the Spruce Grove Stars picked that one back up, and they're right back into this one. 17.5 minutes remaining in the game. Greer picks this up on the sidewall. She's going to cut in over top. The good stick check causes the turnover. She's going to drive in. She fires that one, just misses the side of the net once again. As the Stars pick this one up, they're going to run into the wall at the blue line. They're able to outweight and open the ice up against the Sting. They find the neutral zone, running into the next invisible wall. And now finally penetrate the neutral zone. They send that one into no man's land. As Elsa Klossenroth picks it up, she's going to cut inside, outside. She's going to play this one off the wall to Dottie. Dottie's got Greer. Nobody driving the net, though, really chasing after their passes. I'm not really sure why, as there would be a lot of opportunity. Now Greer drops it to Dottie. Right over top, fakes the drop pass. Now gives it after pulling everybody. And Elsa fires a field goal. Run back up, running into the blue line, can't find it. Her pocket's picked and knocked away. They're just going to fire that one down. It is picked up by Dottie, though, and then taken back by the Stars. They'll bring it behind the net. Checked. Center stage dropped, and no call on the play. As the Stars go on the fast break. Couldn't quite pull that one through, as they're going to pick it up in the corner. Looking for the backdoor pass. Couldn't find it. Thompson's going to knock that one away. Plays it over the blue line, and Versav's looking for it. Somehow the Stars get away with possession on that. I'm not sure why it wasn't whistled down. Pretty long whistle on that, actually. And Sturby picks it up. She's going to play it ahead to Casavenda. Casavenda's got a change coming. She's going to play it ahead to Sturby. Sturby tries to cut inside, outside. As the blade of her skate, I think a quick connection to PJ on a quick stick would have given a wide open net. Instead, Spruce Grove goalie able to hang on. Panic shooting gallery. So Greer, she's going to fire one in, although this time she's going to catch the goalie behind her screen sleeping. She's going to tuck it inside post as it bulges the net. We're back to 5. Side, it's knocked away by Simpson and picked up by Emo. Emo's going to push this one ahead, finds Hoffenroth, who cuts back to her own sides, looking for a passing lane. She had Greer. Dottie not really moving to bring this one in, and Isla pulls that one on the wrong side of the blue line. That's going to result in a turnover and possession in the neutral zone back to Spruce Grove. She just needed to wait that one a little bit longer. Didn't quite get that one back before running into the ringette line. We've got our 8th field goal, as that one looked like a short high punt over the net. A little toe pick by the Spruce Grove Stars, and she can't believe there's not a penalty called. Apparently she hasn't been paying attention. They haven't been calling the trips today. They try to get one through, can't find it. Now they do have possession back, no shot clock reset, bad backhand pass, and that's turned over to Lila. She's going to send that one ahead. Ovaldoof on the forecheck looking. She kind of came on the wrong side of the stick. And Spruce Grove's just going to fire that one in, employing the old 1980s dump and chase. It's now picked up and a bit of a body check and a rub. That was a penalty against Ovaldoof in the first quarter, and apparently no longer a penalty here. Klossenroth picks it up in the neutral zone. She's going to play it ahead to Ovaldoof. Ovaldoof driving middle. Can't quite find it. Still has the ring somehow. Trying to just fire it instead of circling back and opening the ice. Really need to go in the quarter. Sturby trying to hold the line. Couldn't quite do it. Thompson picks it up. She gets hooked and booked. No call. It's played in the neutral zone. 3 seconds. Just fire this one away. Can't quite get fire. Your Airdrie Sting leading the Spruce Grove Stars 5-4. You are helping support Airdrie Ringette, and specifically the U16As. Chris Klossenroth and the boys over at Freedom Mechanical along Spruce Grove looking to find some light there. It was a good look. PJ driving inside. She's going to send it to the front of the net. Unfortunately, through the crease and kicked into the corner. And Thompson's going to pick up a penalty now. All of a sudden, that is bullshit. As we now get a body checking penalty for that, which is, I don't know. Considering what hasn't been called, I just cannot wrap my head around when and how these penalties are being called and made, because, like, that should be chalked up to rubbing his racing when you can just full-on jump somebody from behind like a freaking grizzly bear looking for dinner. Power play, they're in a loop around to come inside. Ninth field goal of the game, just kind of pisses away the breakaway opportunity, not able to do anything. And the Stars come in on possession. Good stick checked by Lila on that as she spins, fires it down the ice. Pofferoff's going to have to leave that one. And then she's able to just slap it off the end of the Stars stick. We have 19 seconds remaining. They're going to pick it up with a new clock. They forgot to reset the shot clock. Weird. And it's probably going to benefit the Sting here, as I don't think the Stars realize they didn't get this one. She's going to try and slide the behind the net off the stick. That hasn't worked since U11. And the hand pass comes up to Taylor. Taylor's going to find Dottie. Dottie back to Taylor. She's going to run into some track. It keeps it on the end of her stick. Greer picks it up. We're still on a penalty kill with a long shot clock. No need to force it. They're going to play this one to the front of the net. We still have 10 seconds, so no need to panic. We're going to just fire a piss missile over the net. That one could have been turned up on a fast break. I have no idea why that was just reset, because it didn't come anywhere near a goalie. So another brain fart by the Zebra crew. And I don't know what the hell is going on with the skates of the Stars player. She takes 3 dips for $1 and then turns it over to Greer. Greer's going to send this one over to, I believe that is Taylor. Taylor back inside to Greer, and now all of a sudden we've got a whistle that nobody knows what it's for. Maybe they realize we missed 7 calls. We can just blow it anytime we want. Nobody can really say shit about it. So 8 minutes to go in the fourth and final quarter. 5-4 Sting. No real flow or anything going really for either team.
Oh, you were nuts. Like, I did not see that.
So the Stars looping, looking for the passing lane. They find it. The captain couldn't quite pull it in. She does double clutch and get it back. Cuts inside the middle, runs into the shoulder of Elsa Clausen-Roth, turns it over, but Casabenda not able to get to that one as the Ringette. A long outside shot. That didn't go through the crease. I think her glass. The Costa Rica connection couldn't quite get this one through as the Spruce Grove Saints. Picks this one back up. Sorry, not the Saints, the Stars we've been calling them. They're just going to flip a pass into the pads of Veronica Simpson. Up to Elsa. Elsa knocks it down with the hand. She's going to send it back to Isla Nash. Isla Nash now has it. The Nicaraguan Nightmare waiting for it. Now getting into the offensive zone. Thompson trying to shoulder that one. Drop what he realized was there. The Stars are able to gain possession back. They're going to fire that one at Veronica Simpson, who makes the easy pad save. And then plays it ahead to Thompson. And it's knocked away. New shot clock for the Sting. 6 minutes remain as PJ going over top. She's getting clutched and grabbed 80s style. Looks like Dave Semenko on the ice there as they're just hooking and pulling and grabbing. And the referees are going to let that slide. It's a goalie ring who's going to hang on. They're going to get another offensive possession reset for the Sting as they're going to execute a line change. Channing Perversev comes onto the ice with Avery and PJ. So it's Perversev to the wall for Avery. She's going to drop it back to Perversev. Perversev to Avery, who spins and fires. No one almost caught the goalie sleeping. She's able to get a pad save on it. Now hand passes it out into the center of the ice. It's played ahead. Whoop, a little bit of a speed wobble there. As Perversev picks this one up, kind of takes it as they couldn't decide who was supposed to take that ring. Now it's played to Avery. Avery looking for PJ. PJ does get it back in. She gets the hard stick check. It's knocked off her stick, but Avery picks it back up, sends it back, was looking for Perversev. It gets intercepted through the middle by the Spruce Grove defender, who's going to bring this one back up the center ice, plays it ahead. Perversev absolutely chopping and whacking away, but can't quite get this one off. She's going to push it into the corner. T-Dog tries to stick check that away, can't quite get enough muscle, and then it's a long outside shot that goes center mass on Veronica Simpson. T-Dog gets it, she fires it up, was looking for Dottie. Dottie overskated it, and Spruce Grove's going to pick up the turnover. It's going to come up to the blue line. Nobody's there to get it. And Poffenroth has it. She has Greer. Can't quite make the pass. Greer does double clutch, comes back, gets it. She's going to drive the lane, comes through the middle. She tries to fire that one off. We did have 27 seconds on the shot clock, so I'd like to see them try and set something up a little bit more instead of just drive middle. But as I'm saying, it's exactly what Poffenroth does, and she finds a hole and buries it. So it's now 6-4 off the quick stick of Cameron Poffenroth. To still stand behind the idea of possession, though, the panic shooting I think is not going to pay off as well once we get into the medal rounds with some of the stronger teams. Spruce Grove's going to headman that one. Showing a lot of patience, spins around, is looking to stretch the ice out. Couldn't quite connect on it. They do get it back. And shot as it just goes off the goalie. But Taylor's there with a good forecheck. She's going to bring that one back in. She gets hooked up, still has it on her stick. She has Poffenroth on the net side. Poffenroth, I'd like to see her streak in a little into the Spruce Grove defender. Knocks her down, but Spruce Grove does maintain possession and brings it up. They're now cutting back through. They're going to try and fire that one cross net. Didn't have the angle as it doesn't even make it into the corner. Just
You gotta go to
Other playlist. Why?
Spruce Grove brings that one in, comes back up and over, brings it down. That's going to miss the net entirely. Plays it up over top one, nowhere near over. Still 2:42 to go. Shot clock and game possession management going to be paramount if they're going to get out of this one. Thompson has it. She fires it. She goes cross net over the goalie shoulder. Missile into the roof. And we're back up by 2, 7-5. As Thompson finds a hole and exposes it. It's a long shot, goes off the knob of Veronica Simpson's stick and wide. It's picked up by Spruce Grove. Thompson with the good quick stick check. She's going to pick it up at the net. Find the time as we're going to blow the doors off of this one and open the floodgates with 1:41 to go. I can say, get the hell out of our barn with a big 3-goal lead. 1:37 remaining.
Too bad.
The Stars are going to have to figure out how to go in pretty quickly. So we're going to empty the net. They're going to go 4 in on this. It's going to be a long outside shot. That one just caught the armpit of Veronica Simpson and stayed out, except the pass. But once again, out of that weird shot, like we said, I think we got to have a defender taking that shooting lane away as they find a hole. One more time. We got a minute left to go. They still have one hell of an... Stars do have a chance. That being said, we have 2 shot clocks remaining, so if the Sting can just burn the clock, rag the ring, instead of firing it away mindlessly, they actually will be able to stop the Stars from having any hope in hell of getting anything back. So we'll see if they've figured out the game theory on this one yet. Going down the ice. Taylor's back. She's going to go cross court for Sturby. We have 20 seconds, literally 1 shot clock to go. No need to do anything but just hold the ring. Once the seconds left, she fires that one in, and the Sting come away with the win in their first game of this Ring of Fire tournament, making it a hell of a lot closer than it should have been. I feel like this one is a game. This is a game the state could have won extremely handily by more than 2. But a win is a win. At the end of the day, the stat column doesn't say how, they just ask how many. So we're going to come out of this one looking for a better effort, a better, more controlled game tomorrow. And then we'll have a later afternoon game.